you don't know me, I'm Michael O'Hara. I am the LLN and what else am I? Social Inclusion Program Manager.
He's learning. He's a learner. See, LNN. He's learning.
And I end
Language
up
is just
getting
in numeracy.
all these jobs put on me, so my title is now about 6 foot long, I reckon. But anyway, I thought today, I was told, you know, why don't you pick something to do with all these experienced teachers? And I thought for a while, I'm going to give them a test. Oops. I haven't given anyone a test for so long. So I'm going to give you a quick test. And the first thing is, there's some rules. Rules for the test. And the first one is, and you can see I'm a good literacy teacher, by the way, I can write on the whiteboard.
You can read it.
No talking or discussing.
Aww.
No, it's a really quick one. You'll also know I'm a LLN teacher, by the way. I can't spell. Okay, so just keep your eye on that. You've got to do your own work.
What, tonight?
Yeah. And the big one, no copying. Got to take you back, doesn't it?
Called plagiarism.
What's the difference between the second one and the third one?
Oh, God. What was that, Edward?
Yeah.
I'm going to make you, you're the monitor of this group. There's the tests. When I say go, you pass around. Okay?
I wasn't prepared for this.
Catherine, you're the monitor for this group.
I'm sure it won't be too hard.
No one's allowed to look at them. Chris, I'll make you the monitor. Now, the whole thing is that what you've got to do is, when I say go, you're going to hand out the sheets, quickly do the test. The second you finish, remember the rules. What are the rules? No talking or discussing. Do your own work and no copying. The second you finish the test, you get up and you race out here and wave it in the air.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay?
Sounds like fun.
Rightio. So everyone's ready.
What do you wave in the air?
Yep. Hand up.
And if we...
Brian, when you work... Every individual has to come out. Let's be the winners. Come on. You've got to come out to the front.
Okay.
Okay?
Are we going to get an award? Or?
Oh, no. You can get a piece of pizza. Oh, you'll even get a certificate. You ready? Everyone's ready?
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
One's a right one.
Who's going to be first? Who's going to be first? Who's going to be second? Who's going to be second? You don't. There's only one each. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well done. I've got 2. I've got 3. Wave it in the air. Come on, what's the matter with you guys? You're a bit slow. Come on, wave it in the air. Come on. Okay. I'm a bastard, I know. Why are you sitting there?
That's right, that is right. It's like finding
Come on, Edward.
I don't know what to do.
Okay, who thinks they've got all the answers right? Wave it in the air. Who thinks they've got them all wrong? Wave it in the air. Why have you got them all wrong? Can't you read? Surely, it's simple. Okay, that's enough torture. Go sit there. And then share them. Show people what you've got.
Right, so there's a trick there. This is in different language. Well, Circle is
Mine, I drew it around there because it's not circle around that
So that's, yeah, so you had one of the foreign, like, special one.
No, mine was in English.
I was like, I don't know what to do, that's why. Was it in English,
Yes,
yeah, mine was in a foreign language. That's why I was like, gee, it must be really slow.
Mine says so.
Okay, I think you're starting to cotton on. Okay, the message in that is what?
Not everyone speaks Chinese.
Give them 100 years. Roughly 50% of the population. What was it? Can't speak Chinese. Or Japanese.
We're not sure what it is. It's Japanese, Chinese, whatever it is.
It's not Chinese. I think it's Japanese.
Could be Japanese.
I think so.
Roughly 50% of the population have LLN
Issues, because they don't understand what they have to do.
50%. It means the second you get a class, you walk in, you can assume that 50% of your students are going to have some issues with LLN. You might be damn lucky and get really good ones.
You
Sorry,
need to
sorry,
start
what was
saying
that?
language, literacy and numeracy, Michael.
Language, literacy, numeracy. Okay, sorry. LLN. I'm just used
You're not communicating, Michael.
Don't use acronyms.
Speaking of language,
LLNJ.
And it's all on camera.
Because when you're going to wait.
Okay, makes it really hard, okay? So some of you say, but hell, I can't even give out anything, okay? So you don't have to worry about people's reading, but you talk to them, you're speaking. So it's very similar. You've got a whole range of different things. Usually when you're instructing people, you use what they call a genre, or the instruction genre. You give them commands, and it's got a certain pattern, and it works a certain way, okay? So what we're going to look at very briefly today, considering that everyone did so well in the first bit, was, first off, for those of you who didn't get up, sorry Julie, to pick
That's
on
okay.
you. We do every time you say this.
you don't get
How did you feel? Like everyone's starting to get up and hand stuff in. How did you feel?
Left out.
You felt left out. Who else felt left out? Edward always feels left out, but that's all right.
I feel unique, I don't feel that.
Okay, so there would have been a range of emotions running there. We're adults, okay? And we go through this feeling, if this happens to you, and especially with a lousy teacher ranting and raving and saying, you know, whose main concern is people being first or second than rather learning. You know, you get this feeling of panic. You start to find it hard to breathe. But you know you're in a safe environment here because, you know us, we're all, you know, cuddling. But you've got to think of how sometimes your students walk into the classroom, day one especially, the last thing you want to do is go, fill this in. but I'm here for public presentation. Okay, so that's the first thing. So if you didn't have the English version and you had a go, how did you get through it? Okay. You made it up. So your strategy was, I'll put something and hopefully he won't notice. Okay, I
Give the
didn't.
explanation in the end.
Yes. you would learn at the end. So that's a very good strategy. My concern working something like that in a classroom like this is that I'd have someone walk. That was my fear, because I've seen it happen before. Because what it will do is quite often bring up stuff from people's childhood and adolescence in the school environment, which isn't as forgiving as what we are in adult education. Okay? You guys will do this to anyone, but it can happen to, but you mightn't do it intentionally. And that's one of the thoughts that I want to leave you with today. I have another exercise. I think I'll leave that one for next time we meet, which means, Danielle, that no one will be coming next. I think I pretty well destroyed the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. So anyway, but the main thing to take out of today, I think, just very quickly, is if you hand a piece of paper over, just remember, you don't know what the recipient's language and literacy skills are going to be. Okay? So even if you get a book, for an example, we use Watsonia manuals for computers, don't assume that people are going to pick them up and being able to decode them. Okay? From an LLN background, I look at some of Watsonia's and go, ah. Okay, so if you were using, I should draw on a couple of the LLN people just for a few minutes. If you're going to be using handouts, how can you make it easier to read? I will.
Use diagrams, pictures, visuals.
Okay.
I'm trying to hurry you along here.
Yeah, I know. Forget the spelling, it's gone. I should have just done that. So it's done.
Pics.
Pictures?
Colours, arrows. Yep. Diagrams, yep.
Charts.
Yeah.
Examples.
Colour, charts, examples. Have I missed anything?
Just not too much on the page.
Limit.
Lots of white space.
Limit. White space.
Very good.
Okay. I don't intend on sort of in 15 minutes getting everyone to sort of get this into their minds. What I'm trying to do is just to get you to start thinking about it. And I think it's sort of quite effective to put people under stress for that, to actually be, okay. So I think that's all for me.